This is World of Tanks Questions and Answers. How to play against bots, as in this video. You get on the server when there's virtually no one, and then you play a tier 2 game, and you'll get bots. For my bots series, sometimes bots are real wargaming bots, and sometimes I do bots where I see a player that plays for a long period of time and just plays really stupid, like not firing his gun or missing every shot at close range. But if you get on like the Latin America server when there's nobody on, you're going to be playing, let's say there will be 6 bots on your team, 6 bots on the enemy team, and there'll be one real player. So you're really playing against one real player with a team of bots. And if you play over and over again, you play the same players over and over again. And it's kind of fun because the bots play a lot differently. They go around in a giant mob, and it's funny when they get stuck, and they're actually pretty good. There are 160 block damage missing to 13,000. It's because I rounded up, thank you. I've been struggling with Stug 4. Yeah. So basically what I was telling him with the Chimera is that I completed at least half of the missions playing SPGs. You can do the missions where you have to hit for more than 300 meters without being spotted, to survive the game, to hit damage multiple tanks, or only hit heavy tanks. So many missions are better with SPG that are difficult with other tanks if you're not a good player. Your SPG cannot do spotting missions, and it can't do the missions where you have to be within 100 meters of damaging someone, or if you got to track more than one tank, like 2 tanks per game, it might be a little bit difficult. Not impossible. You could just aim for the enemy track. But SPG will help you with so many missions, and that's why he's glad that Cheap Books gives him advice. He actually did 279 with honors. That's really good. I haven't finished Chimera yet because of the German missions. He'd burn to death if he didn't have any firefighting crew or consumables. How are you so sure he'd burn to death? I was probably joking, is the reason why. Oh, I think the reason why is because I have a method that I calculated. If you get one crew member with firefighting and you have full health and you are set on fire, there's a chance you'll survive. You don't have to work on firefighting for your entire crew. Try to get at least one firefighting skill. Like if you're the type of guy where you say, I'm going to do 5 repair skills, make 4 with 1 firefighting. But I also want to add, out of 2,000 games, my last 2,000 games, I only died because of fire 4 times. It doesn't happen very often. Almost every one of my tanks doesn't have automatic fire extinguisher. In addition, if you have a good crew like BIA and Vents, I believe it helps with firefighting even if you don't have the firefighting crew skill. So that's something else you want to keep in mind. Penetration has no bearing on the DPM. This is a post that is, most people think, well, if you use a derp gun, you have a higher DPM. It's not true. Sometimes a gun that has a higher penetration has a higher DPM, even though it does less damage per shot. And the reason why is because the higher penetration guns, you tend to research them last, and they tend to be for a higher tier, so they are the gun of a higher tier, which means they also have a higher DPM. And it also balances out the DPM a little bit because you get rewarded for having less damage per shot. If you make more shots, why shouldn't you have a higher DPM than a derp gun that does more damage per shot? If you didn't do that, everybody would just play the derp guns. So I'm not saying that higher penetration is better DPM. I'm just saying look at your tanks and you'll be surprised at how many times the derp gun has a lower DPM. You are truly a god at this game. You are correct. Thank you. This channel changed my life. You are also correct. This made me quit your job. Okay. This is northwest corner. I'm going to guess that this is Empire's border, because one of the things that I learned is to play in the northwest corner takes a while. I mean, nobody tells you where to play. You have to figure it out. I learned the hard way through many games of trial and error. Is your goal to get every tier 10 tank? I am very close to getting every tier 10 tank in PC. In Blitz, I'm on tier 4. I've got most tier 4 tanks. I haven't made it to tier 5 yet because you got to get a lot of cash, and I'm not playing with any premium tanks or premium accounts or anything like that. Some bonus codes for EU server. If you go to the forums, there are people that post bonus codes for different servers. So check in the forums, check the EU server forums. You might have to check English and German and different languages to find the page, but the people have been uploading it for years and they're very current with the codes. Would you rather have a bad tank with a high win rate or a good tank but low win rate? My answer, a tank that I enjoy playing. Not everyone is obsessed with win rates. I grew up in the United States. Americans are obsessed with winning. I was an immigrant. I'm not a native American. My family emigrated. I'm Italian. My parents came from Italy. So we have a different attitude. It's more about how you play the game and not the outcome of the game. You don't want to. Outcome is a word you hear very often. You shouldn't auto-aim over a distance. Seriously, you can't tell me that over a distance you can aim at somebody's weak spots. It's just nonsense. I auto-aim because of my high ping time and because I'm lazy and my hands hurt because I use a computer every day since I was like 12 years old because I've been a loser my whole life. Fully aim on the first one. Okay, he must be... No, he's wrong. He's wrong. I never fully aim on the first shot. I fire a wild, unaimed shot because while you're reloading your second shot, you'll be aiming in. If you fully aim in, let's say it takes 2 seconds to aim and 2 seconds to reload, you just wasted a shot is what you did. You did absolutely nothing for you. So he's wrong about this. If your aim time and your reload are equal, you do not fully aim your first shot. You just fire it and hope to whatever. WTF is this? Uninstalling. Oh, this is about the black market. He was complaining about the black market. I missed the tank that I wanted, which was the SPG, the French SPG. But I think I did get something out of the black market, or maybe I didn't get anything. Certainly got lots of video views. Thank you very much. But the black market was a little bit disappointing. Poor view range, poor gun. He's talking about a vehicle. Okay, how much gold do you think is worth bidding on the tank? He's talking about the auction for the EBR 75 FL10. Most people want to bid by just bidding like 10% more. So if the minimum was 3 million and you bid like 3.5 million, most people, they either got that or they got it because they bid a little bit more than that. So you really didn't have to have crazy high bids in order to win the black market auction. Okay, that's it for today's videos. If you have any questions or comments, please post below and I will answer them in a future video.